Always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. And going against Denver, their first game of the NBA's regular season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Bill Barton is out there with Moutier. Bryant comes with the double team. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Randall kicks to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Kobe. Here's Hibbert. Can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in field goal percentage at their own rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. So they got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
The offensive rebound. Kobe with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Randall brings the double team. Moutier with the ball. Russell's there. Barton dishes to Moutier. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Kobe goes in. And it's Denver with the rebound.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find a rhythm and flow here offensively.
Here's Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. That evens the score. Clarkson's got his first 2 points of the night. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's a screen. Kicks it to Gallinari. To the middle. Jokic passes to Farid. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Here's Kobe. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Kobe's got his second bucket of the night.
Kobe getting it done. Just a gorgeous shot that time.
And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws here for the night. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion. You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Jarrell Arthur, he's checked in for Kenneth Farid. Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end, too. Something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
Allen, that's good.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Chandler outside. Banked in off the glass.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Lou Williams has checked in for the Lakers. And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with a broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions, really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Moutier. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get.
Whoa! Nasty. Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Denver shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Laverne. And it's Will Barton in for Moutier. Here's Barton. He's guarded by Williams. Barton kicks to Nurkic. They get it back. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nuggets ahead, up by one. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. That's good. 6 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here we go, one-on-one.
Blocking foul called inside. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. In for the Nuggets.
Here's Russell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Over in the corner, Randall. No good from outside. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
And he was. And unfortunately, for so many reasons, for one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League. And the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul for the Nuggets. Laverne comes in for Kenneth Faried. And it's Moutier in for Gary Harris. Timeout called the Lakers. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The fifth metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
And it's Hibbert missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Moutier dishes to Laverne. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Moutier, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Steps back and fires. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Los Angeles making a switch here. World Peace is checked in.
And really, just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc. Moutier's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
The drive by Russell. Misses in close.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Moutier kicks to Laverne. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Denver calls timeout. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Darrell Arthur, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Chandler comes in for Gallinari.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Moutier. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Shot's good by Clarkson.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Kobe attacking. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention, California is an attractive destination.
Moutier pass to Arthur. Second shot opportunity. And it's Laverne missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Norkic checked in for Laverne. Fareed comes in for Jarrell Arthur. And it's Gary Harris in for Moutier.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Lakers leading by 3. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. And Kobe, here we go. And again, no good by the Lakers. Denver's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bass. Some solid defense from Fareed. Chandler dishes to Fareed. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
2 shots.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Fast break, the Lakers. Allen leading the charge. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
Your Lakers, 30. The Nuggets, 27. Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event of emergency evacuation of station center becomes necessary, please walk calmly out and wait.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Moutier.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Bill Barton is out there with Moutier.
Excellent, excellent transition passing there, guys. Straight to the hoop.
And Fareed kicks to Moutier. The 3. That drops. Moutier's got 15 points.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
The Nuggets trail. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Russell kicks to Randall. Second shot opportunity.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Martin passes to Moutier. Over to the left wing. Denver passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Wants to get it to Fareed and does. From down in the low post, it goes. Fareed's got 4 this quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Mudiay, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Darrell Arthur, who's checked in for Fareed. Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Clarkson kicks to Randall to end the run, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And how about Mudiay, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
And you know, with Mudiay, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Laverne, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Harris comes in for Will Barton.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Harris misses. The Lakers in the lead. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. Kobe's got 13 points. Shot to stop the run. Mudiay, no good. LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Harris kicks to Arthur. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. And again, Denver no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Now the pass to Clarkson. Hibbert. Powered down with both hands.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for Denver, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Darrell Arthur. And Wilson Chandler subbed in for Gallinari. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Lakers were awful in a lot of aspects last season, and their play at home was a major one. Greg, they just couldn't do anything at home, and I think the fans were giving up hope as well.
And given how pricey those Laker tickets are, Kevin, there was a lot to be salty out in Laker land, so can't be a bottom dweller and charge that much for seats.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Mudiay. 1:24 left to play in the third. Here's Young. Chandler with the block. Young dishes to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Young passes to Allen. Feeds to Sacre. They get the rebound. Williams. Good. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Lakers leading by 12. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Allen inside the three-point line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Harris kicks to Nurkic to the inside. Here's Moutier. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The kick out to Young. Ray Allen is on the wing. Allen with another miss. Harris outside. Here's Moutier. Off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Nuggets trail by 10. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And the foul on Will Barton. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ryan against Gallinari. And Roy Hibbert the bucket on the assist from Kobe. 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And stolen by Hibbert.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was. And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Here's Bryant. Hibbert kicks to Russell. Launches it. The shot by Bryant, no good. The Nuggets trail by 12. Inside. Harris passes to Jokic. And stolen by Russell. Moving it up. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Shot's good. Hit.
And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Yeah. High-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Timeout called for the Lakers.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Hibbert with the screen. The feed to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Bryant. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fareed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Barton. No luck.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Harris against Russell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
Lets it go from deep, and it's denied. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Moutier, he's checked in for Denver. Kobe dishes to Russell. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
And Bryant kicks to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 12. From deep. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Pass to Barton. The tray.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The Nuggets moving the ball around.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
From the wing. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Denver calls time.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Williams. Barton kicks to Fareed. Rebounded by Clarkson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kobe, that's for 2. Bank shot, no good.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
Their superior ball handling won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Hibbert. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Nurkic kicks to Sampson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Hibbert kicks to Kobe. That's good.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Arthur up top. But Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Sampson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that'll do it, folks.